Hey, you guys. How's things? Hope you guys are all hanging in there. Um, oh my gosh. So I've tried to start this video a couple times now, and I just keep getting like way off topic. So, I'm just gonna try to really stay focused. Um, I went to the art supply store today here in town, Spokane Art Supply. Super catchy name, I know. Um, And well, I went looking for other things, but I wound up buying, I went looking for brushes mainly, and paper. Well, I wound up in the watercolor room, which they have a whole room, for just watercolors now. Um, Watercolors are quite the thing lately, it seems like. Anyway, so I saw this set of metallic watercolor paints made by Derwent, and I just had to get them because, I just had to. Not because I don't have enough watercolors or enough, metallic watercolors, but I didn't have these, so I just want to try them. And I don't know if they make a larger set or not. This is just a 12 color set, and I'm pretty sure that's enough. But I'll look and see if they make a bigger set before I publish the video. And if they do, I'll let you know. Anyway, and then Diane Antone, who I've been watching on YouTube quite a bit, she uses these Viva color sheets a lot. Not the metallic ones, but she uses just the regular ones quite a bit. These are handmade in India, actually. And yeah, handmade and baked in the sun. Um, but I've never seen her use the metallic ones, so maybe they're new. I don't know. But they had them, so I had to get those too. Anyway, so I thought it would be kind of fun to just swatch these out on a couple different kinds of paper. Um, just, different colors of paper, mostly a white. This is just a lightweight, Strathmore, like 140 pound, no, 90 pound, sorry. That's regular. So regular weight would be 140 pound. This is like a 90 pound cold press. And I actually really like this paper because, I mean, I'm not a professional watercolorist or anything, but what I like about this is that you can stamp on it pretty easily. And some of my stamped images here, some of them failed a little bit because I didn't have anything underneath it. But anyway, it's nice to stamp on because it's not super rough. And you can cut these out easy. It's easier to like fussy cut images. I want to do these little bottles. Anyway, just saying. Um, this is the pack. I think I got this on Amazon. Not sure. Anyway, so just some watercolor paper, white watercolor paper, and then this is actually mixed media paper, or is that what they call it? Yeah, mixed media paper. In black, and then on some craft paper. Just want to see what they look like on craft paper too, because metallic paints are kind of fun on craft paper. So let's do it. Let's do just a simple, swatching. Um, we'll just do each set separately, and then kind of look at it on each paper type and just kind of see what we think. How's that? I'm going to actually turn that light off. That'll probably be better. Um, rip, tear the box open. I wanted to leave it in the box so you guys knew that I hadn't actually done anything really with them. So it looks like you got um, a little color chart that comes with it. Nice little set. I mean, nice little case. High quality little, hard plastic palette box, and there's like 5 mixing areas there, so that's nice. This is actually a sponge here, and that's really nice for cleaning off your cleaning out your water brush. We'll see how accurate this is. I don't think it's probably going to be very accurate. Anyway, but it comes with a little water brush, which is nice. There's a little cap here because I've seen people review this size box before that's made by Derwent, and I know that this, when it's assembled, won't fit in there. So that's why they have it disassembled, and then you have a little cap that so you can fill this with water and then put it together, like if you're, gonna go out on location somewhere and, paint with your metallic watercolors. Anyway, so then you have to take the brush apart, but you need a little cap to keep the water in. Anyway, the brush is intended for cleaning your brush. And yeah, so I assume I would think for myself, like I would probably dampen this just a little bit ahead of time too, and just kind of keep it a little bit damp. So what I'm going to do, since I know that normally metallic watercolors, I'm going to take this brush out of here and, oh, should I use it? I guess I'll just use it. Might as well. I'm just going to fill it up here in my little, I'm assuming the water brush is made by Derwent, although it really looks like a lot of the Kuretake ones. But actually what it looks like is a Molotow brush, paint, water brush. But anyway, it says Derwent on it. Now, see, I don't like that. I don't like that the cap doesn't stay on there. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. It's annoying. Anyway, what I was going to say is that I'm going to spray these with some water and just kind of wake them up, so to speak. They look kind of, the water is kind of beating up on the surface of these paints, which kind of makes me feel like they are maybe a little bit waxy or something. I don't know. I'm going to spray a little bit more water in there just to really try to get them to soften up. I know that my Coliro ones, they definitely need lots of water. Anyway, so let's see. Let's just kind of go in order of what it says here on. I'll do them in that order, but I'll have to use this to know what the names of the colors are. So the first one is gold. And if any of you have never ever not used a water brush, one of the things that you need to do usually is you need to like give it a little bit of a squeeze until you kind of see a drip of water coming out the tip of the brush, and then just kind of dry it off, like pat it off, like on your little sponge there. You shouldn't have to really, you know, squeeze the water too much unless you need like an extra little surge of water. It should maintain moisture on the tip. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to fold this in half. Maybe I'll just cut these. I'm going to cut these in half because they're taking up a lot of space, and I'm not going to need this whole page to swatch these. I am kind of curious to see how these compare to the Coliro watercolors, though. I'm talking about um, these. Curious to see how they compare to these. Uh, who knows? Anyway, so this is the gold. And I don't know how much I like this water brush. It's like really dry, or when you squeeze it to get a little bit of water going, it's too much water, which is really annoying. So I think I'm just going to use a regular paintbrush, you guys. Not sure that I love this water brush too much, honestly. So we're going to call that almost a fail. I'm just going to use a regular paintbrush. It'll be easier. Okay, so that's the gold, which there. See, that's a little more like it. There's on the black. See how it looks on the craft paper. Okay, you really have to wait until they dry to see the full effect. Okay, the next one is pale gold. You really kind of have to work them a little bit, and I think it's because the set is new, but you want to get them kind of juicy, and it takes a little bit of practice to know like how much water, how wet to have them too. You want them to be kind of creamy looking on the surface, I would say. Okay, so this is the pale gold. These are not going to show up really intensely on the craft paper, but oh, you can see it in the camera. Okay, good. So you can see it. It actually shows in the camera better than in person. Okay, and then this is just silver. They feel really nice. Once you kind of get it, get it worked up a little bit, it's actually, they have a nice consistency. I'm curious to try these in a dip pen, just to see if they'll flow through a dip pen. But I mean, now that I actually got the P.H. Martin's iridescent inks, so I wouldn't necessarily need to do that, but it would be kind of interesting to see. Okay, and this is ice blue. So it's kind of like a grayish sort of blue. Since I messed that up, I'm just going to do them like in rows of 3 on each paper. I could have done 4, but I messed that one up, so now I'm doing 3. Okay, so that's the ice blue. Looks very silver on the black. And also on the craft paper, it looks really silver. But let's see what it looks like when it's more dry. You can tell it's blue on the white paper for sure. Okay, and then this one is just blue. So that what looked to be like a waxy sort of coating has now broken down, and it's just like, I'm going to show you guys up close a little bit better. See, it's gotten really kind of like creamy. So that's good. So this is definitely a deeper blue. And obviously, you know, I'm not doing these in like washes or anything like that for this purpose. I'm just trying to get just like an even sort of like swatch. I like this blue. Okay. And then, so see how it looks? Can you guys see how it looks kind of waxy? But once you work it up a little bit, it gets really creamy really nicely and pretty quickly. But they did soak up a good amount of water. I mean, I spritzed them pretty good. So anyway, okay, so this is just green. Oh, that's a little bit too wet. It is, that one's a little bit kind of messy. It's a little bit wet. I'll come back and when it dries a little bit and I'll add another layer on there. Okay. And then next one in line is lime gold. So this is probably going to be kind of a green. It looks like a green here, down here in this corner. This one looks like maybe it's more, a little bit more like glittery, kind of. I don't know. Let's see. So this one is kind of more like I would call it like an interference color, where it looks green and then it shifts to gold. Yeah. It's more, I would call it an interference color. See how it looks on the black. Yeah, it's pretty on the black. We'll see how that looks when it dries. I bet it's going to look different. But it's really hard to see any green in it on the black. You can definitely see the green in it on the white. Let's see how that looks on the craft. Again, let's wait and see how that looks when it dries. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. I love doing this. Okay, and the next one is Sunset, which I'm assuming is an orange. It looks like kind of an orange. It would be maybe like a bronze kind of color. Again, it looks a little bit, I don't know. I was going to say it looks kind of glittery, but now not so much. I'm going to spray them again a little bit more. They really kind of absorb the water. Like the chunk of paint, I think it just, since they're brand new, I feel like, they're gonna kind of suck up a lot of water right away. At least that's how it is with my other metallic watercolors. Like when they were brand new, it was like kind of hard to keep them usable. You know what I mean? I mean, I get that they're gonna dry, they're gonna dry, but as time goes by and the more I use them, the easier they are to re-wet. But like brand new, these are really thirsty. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, so that orange is kind of like a bronze. It looks really red on here on the white. And speaking of red, this is the red. One nice thing is it looks like these pans come out. Like this whole thing will come out. So if you wanted to, yeah, huh. If you wanted to rearrange it or something, or you just wanted to pull out one color, you could do that. Okay, here's the red. Let's try it on the black. And on the craft. Okay, and then next one is pink. Oh, too much water in there. Very pink on the white paper. And on the black, I can definitely see pink. It's like a real mauve-y kind of pink. I was just picking up some of the extra water that was on there. Okay, and then this one is purple. I almost got some of the graphitint paints that they had, but I just didn't think I would really ever use them. So, but I think they're really cool. Anyway, okay, this is purple. It looks really cool in the pan. It's like really, I don't know, like chrome looking. Okay, and then on the craft paper, And then the last one is graphite. So I don't know if it's going to be metallic or what. Oh, I'm not seeing. Yeah, maybe it is a little bit. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. Interested to see how it looks when it's dry. Oh yeah, it is. I just had to get it a little bit more damp. Had to use a little bit more water. Okay, and then on the craft paper. Ooh, I like the graphite on the craft paper. It looks really cool. Okay, let's see how it looks when it's dry. Okay, so I'll set these aside and then we'll swatch the Viviva ones. I'm really curious to see the Viviva. I mean, I was curious to see those too, but um whoa. Okay. It's hard to say Viviva. Okay. So same thing. And I'll do my own little color chart to put in here. But I'm going to leave this open until these dry again. And I probably won't put the water brush back in there. Well, maybe I will. But anyway, I'm just going to let it dry open. Okay, so let's try these. I've never used these before. I mean, not even the regular ones. So see, it's like a coating of paint that's been applied to this kind of like cardstock. And then there's a page of like waxy, almost like it's real waxy. It's like what do you call it? Uh what's that paper called that you can kind of see through? Vellum. But it's like vellum, but it's more waxy. Anyway, so this is kind of how they're laid out. Well, there's two silvers. Hmm. And two gold. And what's this? Oh, mix amazing colors here. So this is like a little color mixing area. And then they give you an extra page of wax paper there. Another one here. So these are just pages probably just for swatching then. Anyway, so there's a little thing on the front. These colors belong to, so you can put your name on it. Um, okay, so let's just see how they go. So the first color is ruby red. I'm going to try another water brush with this. I'll use one of my other ones that I trust a little bit more. Okay, so this is the ruby red. Of course, this one's not working. Hold on. Okay. This is the ruby red. Wow, like they're really saturated. Doesn't take much to pick up some color. Let's see. I'm going to do smaller swatches with this. Now the tip of this is just stained. I like to use a little sponge like this to clean my water brush, and I just kind of give it a squeeze until, oh, see, it's not really stained. Give it a little squeeze until the water is obviously clear. Okay. And then pink pearl. So these are cool because you can just keep them like tucked into your sketchbook or your journal or whatever. And even when they're wet, when they're still wet, you can close the book up because you got this wax paper to, you know, so that the colors won't stick to each other. And there's actually quite a bit of paint on there. Okay, so that was the pink pearl. And then, oops, I just stuck my finger in it. And then the next color here is called Fire. So you can see right here is the it's like the color chart for the 4 colors that are on that page, like when you open it up. So we've got the ruby red, the pink pearl, fire, and lava. So according to this, the fire is going to be kind of a yellow color. Let's just see about that because it looks pretty orange to me. Let's see. Yeah, it's more of an orange. They are drying relatively sparkly on the black paper, and I would say on the craft paper. This paper is really absorbent too, so. Okay, let's try the lava, which is supposed to be an orange, according to the chart there. And it's definitely more of a red. Yeah, it's definitely a red. But that's why you do swatches, right? Okay. Okay, so yeah, so since I have this wax paper here, I can just turn that and those will be protected and it won't stick to them. Okay, so the next one is Jade, and it looks, according to the color chart, it looks like it should be kind of some kind of lime green, and then the emerald is more of like a forest type of green, but who knows? Anyway, so this is jade. Definitely looks more green when it gets wet. See how it looks like real kind of turquoise, and then when it's wet, it's more green. It's definitely a darker green than what that looks like. See, there's some kind of like particles that are coming up. I don't know if it's paper pulp or it's part of the paint or what, but can you see that? It's like, I don't know what that is. Let's see if I can clean it off and then see if there's more. Whoa. See if there's more paint under that. Like maybe it was just a coating on top of the paint. I personally think, and I've heard Diane say this before too, that these may be made more with dyes than with actual watercolor. So that's something to keep in mind also, that they're probably like staining too. Okay, so here's the emerald. I don't know what was going on with that jade, but it was kind of yucky. But I mean, it seems okay. Seems okay now. It's just that there was like a film over it or something that was kind of weird. Anyway, wow, this is a really rich emerald green. That's pretty accurate. I think the set is only 10 colors. It's like a 10 color set. But there's still that little blending area in the booklet. So you could totally, you know, blend different colors. Okay, so then this one is Aurora. And it looks almost black, but it's supposed to be like a light blue color. So it's probably really transparent or something. No, it's like a deep aqua, like a deep turquoise blue. It's definitely not a light blue. I mean, that looks like kind of like sky blue. So just saying, like, you can't judge these on these little, what the colors are based on those little color charts there. Okay, so that was Aurora. That's what they call it. And then the next one is Sapphire, which is more like supposedly based on the color chart, more of like I don't know, like a cerulean blue or something, which I think is actually pretty accurate. So just a different tone of blue, but it's whatever. I mean, obviously these are not intended for, making masterpieces, but I think they would be great for, using in a journal or even in a coloring book or whatever. or just to make some greeting cards, that kind of thing. Okay, so there's silver now, and there's um, two sort of squares of silver, and then gold is the same, and that's it. So it's nice that they give you two each of gold and silver, though. Whoops. Whoops. Let me clean that off. I'll swatch down here. I probably still have a little bit of blue in my brush. Anyway, here's the silver. Honestly, I think it looks the best on the craft paper. I want to try blending a couple of colors. Okay, and then here's the gold. And they're not two different, golds. They're the same. Like the gold is probably my favorite so far. It feels really nice, and it's got a nice texture, and a little easier to get to kind of an opaque um coverage, but then you could, wash it out too if you wanted to. I'm going to try blending. So there's no like yellow really. See if we can get some kind of a purple. Um, let's take some of the sapphire. Let's take some of the sapphire. See how it, yeah, see it, they do get a little bit messy looking, but let's take some of that sapphire blue. And might as well just try the ruby red. See if we can get some kind of a purple. Yeah, it's purple. It's really a deep purple. I'm actually going to take a little bit of silver and see what it looks like if I mix a little silver with it. I don't know if there's any white pigment in the silver or not, but I'm going to try it anyways. Just trying to lighten it up, give it a different tone. Yeah, see, it's definitely purple. That did work a little bit. Okay, and there's my purple that I kind of mixed. But you get two greens, a red, a pink, an orange, another red, really. There's no like real yellow, but you do get gold. And then this like turquoise color, which you could probably blend with the orange to get some different, hues. And then, yeah, I don't know. I mean, for $17, I would say it's worth it. It's worth the convenience of being able to just take some watercolors and, you know, I mean, that would fit in your wallet, really. Um, or in a pocket in your journal, you know. The other thing you can do with these that's kind of cool is that um, you can cut them apart and make your own little mini palettes too. So like say you have like two or three journals that you're working on, like art journals or something, you could actually cut these into four and then glue these down onto like another card, like another, piece of cardstock or something, and make some more little palettes. And then you could have like all the colors just on one little card, maybe I'll do a video and show you what I mean. Um, let me know if you guys would like to see what I'm talking about, but I think you pretty much get what I mean. Anyway, so I'm going to put this, actually, I'm going to let this kind of air out, like sit open a little bit so that these will potentially dry. Actually, I'm going to set it like that so that they'll dry. So let's take a look at the Derwent metallic colors now that they're dry. So ignore that one. So I would say, so here's the gold and silver. Hmm, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The silver's kind of bleh. I don't really like the silver. The gold's not bad. Gold's not too bad actually. Um, get the blue and the green. It looks the best on the white paper, I would say. Um, and then there's that other shade of green. Does not look anything like green on the black paper or on the craft paper. You can definitely see some green in here. And then I think it's like an orange and a red. Where'd it go? Yeah, so sunset, and red. So it goes lime gold. This is lime gold, sunset, and red. It's not very sparkly on the craft paper. Only ones that are really very sparkly on craft paper are the gold, the pale gold, um, the lime gold, and the sunset. The rest of them really don't have too much in the way of like sparkle or iridescence on craft paper. Same as on the black paper. Yeah, I mean, I think that my first impression of them is definitely that, I mean, they're okay. Like, I don't think they're super great as far as metallic paint goes. Like um, I think I definitely like the Coliro better, and also the Paul Rubens better than these. I'm not sure how I feel about them compared to the Dr. P.H. Martins, but I would say they're understated. You know, they're not obnoxiously metallic or obnoxiously iridescent. And as far as like the palette of colors, definitely more like pastel kind of colors. I didn't try blending any of these colors to see, what else I could do with them. That's just really not something that I do that much with the metallic watercolors. I don't do a lot of blending with them, mixing colors. So, um, it could be a different story. Like maybe, if you had this set, like say somebody gave it to you for Christmas or something like that, or if you went and bought it, I don't know. Um, if you wanted to kick up the metallic like nature of some of these colors, you could just take a little bit of the gold and blend it or, mix it with the green. And then I think, that would work. Or you could use something like the iridescent medium um, in your brush. I've taken that iridescent medium, put just a couple little pipettes full of the medium in my water brush and then filled it the rest of the way with water. And that seems to work pretty well to um, to make my other regular like transparent watercolors more metallic looking or iridescent looking, you know. Um, so if it was something you really needed to be more iridescent, like um, the medium is a little bit gel-like, so you really do kind of have to squeeze it through the water brush. But it does work. It definitely gives more sparkle to whatever it is. So, so let's see if the Viviva are dry. I actually really like them on the white. I really like the colors. I think they're really pretty colors and very vivid on white paper. I think that those color sheets are nice for white watercolor paper. They actually look really cool now that they're dry on the craft paper too. I think they're really kind of nice. I actually really like them. I mean, you can't see much of what the colors are on the black paper, but look at how vivid those colors are. Because, like I said, I think that these are made with dye and rather than watercolor. But um, they really look cool on the craft paper. I have to say, I think I like these better than the Derwent metallic paints. I really do. Each color, each one has a good amount of metallic, like luster to it, you know. Uh, Whereas the Derwent ones, like it was only those four colors really that had much in the way of um luster. So I'm actually pretty impressed with these. I think they're really cool. I just wish they had more colors. I really wish they had a purple. But my purple that I made, It's okay. I mean, I could play around with it. Maybe try, um, I don't know, like try blending the pink with just a touch of this blue or something. I don't know. Or, maybe use some other watercolor, but that kind of defeats the point, right? Anyway, if you have other Viviva color sheets, I feel like if say you had two sets of them or something, and you had like the metallic ones and then regular ones, I know that the regular sets, they have a wider variety of color. So I'm pretty sure that they're compatible, and you could just have these to kind of augment those, and just to give the other ones like a little bit of metallic sparkle, and I know that the regular Viviva color sheets, they do have some nice purples. So anyway, so that's my 2 cents on the Derwent metallic paint hand pocket set and the Viviva metallic color sheets, 10 color set. Okay, it does say super vivid transparent watercolors, and they are vivid. So I say thumbs up on the Viviva, 2 thumbs up on the Viviva, 1 thumb up on the Derwent. Okay. All right, guys. So that's that. Um, I think I would like to do a swatching of the PH Martin's uh iridescent inks, iridescent and metallic inks, and some of the other inks that I have also. Just to kind of show you guys. And I think it would be fun to do it on the different papers too, on the white, the black, and the craft. So anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll put some links in the description for first of all for the iridescent medium, and I'll see if I can find the color sheets and the Derwent metallic paints on Amazon, just so you guys can take a look at them if you want to, and then yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, or if you have any questions or that kind of thing. Okay, I love you. Bye for now.